Ree Drummond, beloved to millions as the pioneer woman, has built an empire on warmth, humor, simplicity, and mouth-watering comfort food. But recently, the Drummond Ranch has been touched by something far heavier. In private, Ree received a devastating cancer diagnosis that has shaken her entire family, especially her husband, Ladd Drummond, who now finds himself preparing for the hardest goodbye of his life. How did life bring one of America's most joyful television personalities to this heartbreaking moment? To understand that, we must go back to her origins, her rise to fame, her battles, her losses, and the quiet strength that has guided her all along. Ree Drummond was born Anne Marie Smith on January 6, 1969, in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Her childhood was wholesome and idyllic. She lived in a comfortable home with her parents and siblings, 2 brothers and a sister, and spent many afternoons overlooking a nearby country club. But it was the vast, unending horizons of her family's cattle ranch and the countryside that shaped her soul. There, she learned the meaning of hard work, responsibility, and the beauty in simple living. These early experiences later became the backbone of her career. At Bartlesville High School, Ree blossomed as a student with a passion for writing. Words came naturally to her, and she often found herself journaling late into the night. Even then, she possessed a storytelling charm that could turn everyday life into something magical. After graduating in 1987, she left Oklahoma behind, heading straight for the bright city lights of Los Angeles. At the University of Southern California, she initially studied journalism before switching to gerontology. She graduated in 1991 with plans to attend law school in Chicago. Ree envisioned a polished urban future for herself, far away from dusty roads and cattle ranches. But fate intervened. During a visit home, Ree stepped into a small Oklahoma bar where she met a tall, quiet, broad-shouldered cowboy named Ladd Drummond. He was unlike anyone she had ever met. Rugged, steady, grounded. Their connection was instant. Ree was drawn to his calm confidence, and Ladd was captivated by her intelligence and charm. Her life took a dramatic turn. Chicago faded into the background, replaced by a future she never expected. The city girl fell in love with the cowboy, and soon their worlds blended into one. The couple married in 1996, surrounded by family and friends, and the celebration marked the beginning of a partnership built on love, laughter, and a shared life on the ranch. Their honeymoon took them to Australia. But once they returned home, the real adventure began. Ree had traded skyscrapers for pastures, crosswalks for cattle gates. And though the transition was difficult at first, her new life would eventually launch her into unexpected stardom. In 2006, while caring for her young children and adapting to ranch life, Ree started a humble blog titled Confessions of a Pioneer Woman. At first, it was simply a creative outlet, a place to write about her days, her kids, the challenges of ranching, and the romance of her marriage. The blog quickly found an audience. People fell in love with her honesty, humor, and relatability. Her blog soon evolved into a lifestyle website called thepioneerwoman.com. Ree posted step-by-step recipes, complete with photographs and stories woven through each dish. Her voice felt like a friend speaking directly to readers from across the kitchen table. Her website began drawing millions of monthly views. Advertisers poured in. By 2011, the blog was generating more than $1 million annually. Ree's success expanded beyond the internet. In 2009, she published her first cookbook, The Pioneer Woman Cooks: Recipes from an Accidental Country Girl, which became an instant bestseller. More cookbooks followed, then children's books, memoirs, and even film rights purchased by Columbia Pictures. Television producers took notice. Ree appeared on Throwdown with Bobby Flay, and soon after, she launched her own Food Network series, The Pioneer Woman, in 2011. Millions tuned in each week to watch Ree cook hearty meals while raising kids and managing ranch life. Her relatable personality turned her into one of Food Network's biggest stars. But behind every success stood her husband, Ladd. He encouraged her to start the blog, took over childcare while she wrote, and supported every new venture. Their partnership was the quiet engine behind the Pioneer Woman brand. Together, they expanded their ventures into the heart of Pawhuska. In 2016, the Drummonds opened The Mercantile, a bakery, restaurant, and general store. It revitalized the small town and brought thousands of visitors through its doors. They followed with a boutique hotel called The Boarding House, a pizzeria, and an ice cream shop named Charlie's Sweet Shop, in honor of Ree's beloved Basset Hound. Ree and Ladd were more than business partners. They were soulmates. Their ranch was filled with love, chaos, mud, cattle, and family meals that brought everyone together. But life on a ranch also brought risk. In 2021, while battling a massive grass fire on their property, Ladd and his nephew Caleb were driving heavy-duty fire rigs when they collided head-on in low visibility. The crash was devastating. Caleb suffered several injuries, and Ladd, despite having a broken neck, forced EMTs to prioritize his nephew, insisting he was fine. He wasn't. Ladd had fractured 2 vertebrae in his neck. Even then, he went home, refusing immediate treatment, and ended up driving himself to the hospital hours later. Surgery was urgent. Recovery was slow. But through it all, Ree remained at his side, updating fans, holding the family together, and caring for her husband with unwavering devotion. Ladd later faced even more ranch-related injuries, including being run over by a cow. Despite these setbacks, he remained active, still working the ranch, determined to live by the cowboy code he had known all his life. But the Drummond family was soon dealt another heartbreaking blow. In 2021, Ree's beloved older brother, Michael Smith, passed away unexpectedly at age 54. Mike, who had special needs, was adored by the community and especially by Ree. To her, he wasn't just a sibling. He was her first friend, her confidant, and her lifelong companion. His death shattered her emotionally. Even through her grief, Ree continued her work, supported deeply by Ladd. He accompanied her on her cookbook tour that year, standing beside her during public events, ensuring she never felt alone. Although Ree stayed strong publicly, privately she struggled. And then came the devastating news. Ree received a cancer diagnosis that stunned the family. For a woman whose life had revolved around food, health, and vitality, the diagnosis felt cruel. Though the family has kept details private, sources close to them have revealed that her condition required aggressive treatment, forcing Ree to step away from several projects. For Ladd, the reality was heartbreaking. The woman he adored, the heart of his home, the mother of his children, his partner in every sense, was facing the fight of her life. He knew ranch work, broken bones, and wildfires, but nothing prepared him for this. Yet the Drummonds are not strangers to resilience. Ree had already undergone a significant health transformation in 2021 when she lost 50 pounds through lifestyle changes, more protein, fewer empty calories, walking daily, and avoiding extreme diets. She openly discussed her journey, warning fans about fake advertisements using her name for weight loss pills. Even amid her diagnosis, she continued prioritizing her health, determined to fight with everything she had. As Ree battles cancer, Ladd has stepped into an even greater role, supporting her emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Their children visit frequently, taking turns helping around the ranch and caring for their mother. The family has grown closer than ever. Silt, those who know them say Lad has expressed deep fear of losing his wife. To him, Ree is irreplaceable, the anchor that holds their world steady. He has described her as the strongest person he knows, but he is also quietly preparing for the possibility that he may one day have to say goodbye. Of course, for now though, Ree and Lad face this journey together. The same strength that carried them through injuries, losses, and hardships now fuels their determination to keep moving forward. Fans across the world have sent love and prayers, hoping Ree continues to fight with the same grace and courage she has always shown. Her story, full of triumphs and heartbreaks, is a reminder that even the brightest smiles can hide private battles. Yet it also shows the power of love, family, and faith in the face of life's hardest moments. As the Drummond family stands united around Ree, they continue to embody the spirit that made millions fall in love with the pioneer woman. Authenticity, kindness, and a devotion to the simple things that matter most. And no matter what lies ahead, one thing is clear: Ree Drummond's legacy will endure, not just in cookbooks or TV shows, but in the hearts of those who found comfort, joy, and inspiration in her journey.